guys, good morning.
Good morning from Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
Yep, we're in St. John, New Brunswick today. The sun's shining again, so
Yeah, no rain.
we're excited to see the sun again after the last couple rainy days. But we're going to, well, what are we doing today?
It might be a breakfast burrito day.
Yeah.
I haven't had one of those in a while.
Yeah, can't believe I'm on, what, day 4 or 5 of the cruise and no burritos yet, so
Yeah,
we're going to do that.
that's
But then we have a brewery tour at Moosehead Brewing here in St. John, so then we'll see where the afternoon goes, but let's go get burritos and
get filled up for the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Feel free to enjoy our city, the greatest little city in the East. Well, I like to think so anyways. I was born and raised here. Maybe I'm biased, I don't know. Anyways, this area was first brought to European attention by a fellow by the name of Samuel de Champlain. You ever hear tell of him? Good, good. I see the heads going, yeah. Well, anyways, he sailed into here, this harbor, June 20th, 1604. Just happened to be St. John the Baptist Day. Thus the city and the river took the name. Can you see them? They do not constitute the red light district of the city of St. John. They're said to be the Three Sisters, and at one time 3 sisters would come and sit under those lights, wait for their husbands and lovers to come in from the sea. The Bay of Fundy is a very treacherous body of water with the most highest tides in the world and crazy current, not to mention the fog. A lot of people were lost at sea, thus the Three Sisters. Now we're going. You're going to see quite a change when we come back. It'll just be a whirlpools everywhere. Do something different. This is a beautiful restaurant here. They have a feature called the plank, where you can walk out. It's a glass plank. You can look down into the gorge. For those of you who are not familiar with this, that's called a train. A train we didn't need on this tour.
Alright guys, sorry we didn't check in when we got on the bus. We're getting through the city here, and actually we just got to Moosehead Brewery, so we're doing a brewery tour as an excursion, and so far a lot of fun. So let's go check this out.
Everybody a pair of safety glasses. Just so you know, you do not have to put these on right away. I'll let you know when you do need to. And for the people with glasses, I'll try to accommodate you with a bigger pair that will fit over your actual glasses.
Everybody has this too.
Glasses as well as a pair of earplugs.
Yep.
Yes. Yes? Okay. As mentioned, you do not need to throw these in right now. I'll let you know when you do. So before we start, I'll introduce myself. My name is Will. So I'm a tour guide here for Moosehead, but I also work down the small batch, which will be where we end the tour. This here is Moosehead Breweries, the only Moosehead Breweries. So anything you see with the Moosehead name on it has come from here. We purchased this brewery in 1928 off James Ready Brewery, and it wasn't until 1947 that we actually switched the name to Moosehead Breweries. So in that gap of time between 1928 and 1947, we were known as New Brunswick. So where we're at right now, this is referred to as the executive suite. So this is the first part of the office portion that you'll get to see, and this is the offices of all the executives from Moosehead. So that first, we are an independent brewery. We are family owned. And also the largest independent brewery in Canada. So the area that we're in right now, we're outside the main lab, as you can hear them all discussing. They like to chit chat. But so in this lab, we test all the different ingredients as well as the products that we're going to be using while making the beer, as well as in the finished goods. We want very accurate descriptions, as well as SRM is a big thing when it comes to craft beer. If any of you guys are craft beer, you know what you're getting from the beer. The alcohol percentage, that's something we have to be extremely careful about, because we have to accurately represent that. That's not something that we can just guess. If we started misrepresenting that, we'd probably find ourselves in a courtroom pretty fast, so that's tested in all the different beers that we do. So basically in this room, as you can see, this is where the taps are, so this is where we're going to do some sampling. You guys actually get a really cool tour. Not tour, this portion of things is a bit more unique than otherwise it would be, because usually I just get to explain this portion and not actually pour off it, but we'll be pouring off it today. So this one is a mix of one of our small batch pale ales, as well as a German black lager. So this one's going to be really nice in flavor. This typically comes with a darker beer, and that's for a specific reason that I'll get into in a couple minutes. Some of the other things in this room, so we've got that door has got a story. Weirdly enough, it's just a door, but does. As well as the syrup room comes into play a lot, especially I'll talk about it when it comes to our rather, because we add syrups in our beer in order to enhance sweetness and flavors. So there's 4 other beer that we're going to try, 2 being small batch beers. So these beers are unique to New Brunswick only, as well as we have our Moosehead Rather, which is our original Rather, and then Moosehead Lager. And just so you guys do know, the way this will work when we move on to the next beers is you guys will come up, I will give your glass a rinse, and then I'll pour the next beer. I wouldn't leave you, don't worry. Yeah.
Smells really good.
So just before I get into the explanation, I will tell you what each beer is when we come up to it. If it's a beer for some odd reason, whether it be an allergy or something you feel you cannot have, or something you won't enjoy, just when I take your glass, if you want one of the other beers we've already had, we can do that as well.
It's getting good. The first sample. Ready for your first one?
Yeah, it's before noon.
It's before noon. But it's an official tour, so I think we're allowed.
Yeah, it's part of it.
So moving on to the next beer. So the next beer is the Moosehead Lager. So this is probably the Moosehead beer that you guys are familiar with.
All right, buddy.
We make beer on the small batch system. It ends up being about 250 to 300 liters of beer. So the first beer here on the small batch taps is an East Coast IPA. This one here is 5.9%, and it's a hazy, fruity IPA. It's a really popular style. So this one here, if you guys do not enjoy IPAs, I encourage you to try this one, just because it is low in bitterness as well as low in hoppiness. So it's kind of a nice entry IPA. I also have a bit of my own story to it, so I'll tell you guys that once I get to it. So if you guys want to come up and try that, go for it. This is also where it comes into play of if you feel like this is a beer you will not enjoy, you can ask for it. Craft beer drinkers, that is fairly low on the IBU scale, and that's why I did encourage you guys to kind of try this beer. When I first started here, this is where the story kind of goes my own way, I did not enjoy IPAs at all, because there's a flavor I really didn't like. I honestly wasn't big into beer. I kind of just drank Radler and just stuck with that. Working here has definitely opened up kind of my door to try new things, try different beers, because we always have different styles on tap, so I can kind of just try them, see if I like them. But with the IPA, the only way that I actually got into this style of beer is I actually had to drink an entire glass. Basically, I honestly did not enjoy that first glass because it was a style I didn't enjoy, but kind of broke down that barrier and kind of got through it, and now it's like one of my favorite styles. So I encourage you to make year round. So usually we do a flavor or 2 new flavors a summer. The way that works is we make a huge batch of it at once.
But I'm the same way. I used to hate IPAs. Like I was, and it's amazing how your tastes change the more
once you
try stuff and this and that.
So I worked at the bar last night, and there was a girl that came in and she ordered a bunch of different IPAs, and she kind of said, she was along the same story that she did not enjoy IPAs, and then she did a brewery tour with a bunch of her friends, and she didn't even like beer, but she went to 18 different breweries in one day, and all of a sudden she liked beer. So the next beer is a small batch pale ale. So if you guys have had our original pale ale, this one's a little bit higher percentage and a little bit hoppier, but this one's a nice light sipper. My best idea of this beer is it's really good pairing beer with a meal or something, because a lot of people find with an IPA or the Radler that it is too sweet, and then IPAs people find that they're drinking their meal at the same time as eating a meal. So the pale ale is a really nice kind of light, but lots of flavor, but it's not like overwhelming. Okay.
Let's start somewhere.
Yep.
5 o'clock somewhere?
I don't think more than they can anymore.
Appreciate it.
Everybody's got some.
Oh, okay.
So the beer is oxidizing. You'll feel in your glass. I believe this is your glass. Yep. That it is. But when you are sipping this beer, I do encourage you to take that the very long smell of the beer and kind of really take your time. That's between part time, evening, and full time. So you'll see
That's pretty neat, guys.
We actually just recently put up.
You learn something new every day.
This style is poured slightly warmer than you typically would be used to, but it is a nice flavor, and that's why we do a lot of darker beers off here, because you get a lot of nice, different flavor in a slightly warmer beer than you do a cold beer. It's not a warm beer. You'll just notice it's not as cold as some sorts. So this one will take a little bit longer to pour, but like I mentioned upstairs, this is a mix of the small batch pale ale, which is the last beer you tried, and a black German lager. This part's also fun because I've never had this one, so I get to try this one with you guys. So when you guys do finish up these beers, feel free to throw your glasses right here, and we'll move on to the next portion. Open if you guys want to take a peek in there, and I'll have a little spiel in here, and then we'll move out on to the next portion. It cools down to the last system, and then after that is when we can add yeast and different flavors and syrups, and then the next step after that we go in the tanks, and that's where the beer would ferment. Fermentation is a very long process. So fermenting an ale can take about 4 weeks, a lager about 6. The more complex the beer, the longer it takes. In this portion of the brewery, this is the actual production facilities. It's quite loud in there, and we are a large group, so I won't really be able to point out things as we go, so I'll tell you a lot of things about it now. And then walking through will basically just be a walkthrough, and then we'll talk again at the end. So they're actually not running the can line right now, but that there, that piece of equipment, that's where they feed the can. One thing with these stores, either they're running one line or they're not running the other, and some days you get lucky and they're running both, but they don't have to run all these lines at all times, so that's why it kind of works that way. We only run this actual factory 5 days a week, so it's very efficient, so we're kind of able to do things as we do.
Oh boy. Free beer.
So I'll get everybody a sample of that. You guys can try that out. The idea here is this is the freshest Moosehead beer you will ever get to try. So small batch, like I said, 20 barrel system. That's where they make all the beer. The unique beers that we'll put up.
Fresh off the line and what the bottle now. So unpasteurized and as fresh as it gets.
So this is also where I'm going to give you a sticker, because we've all been very good.
You can tell it's fresh. You can tell it's really good.
And then the bar is also open. you guys have time for a drink, as well as just some merchandise and things like that too. So I also want to say thank you guys for coming for the tour. Hope you've enjoyed your trip up to this point.
All right, guys, really interesting tour. That was a lot of fun.
That really was fun.
Beers were all really good. Even tried some stuff that I normally don't like, but smooth, good.
Very smooth.
Yeah, so we got about 15 minutes here or so to sample some more stuff and grab another beer before we head back to the ship. And I think we're just going to go for a walk around town and check.
Such a gorgeous day.
Yeah, check out St. John. So let's have another beer.
Why not?
Now, would you do it again?
Yes.
That's our spirit.
More beer though.
And as I mentioned, I'm doing the Moosehead pub crawl this afternoon. And we end up at O'Leary's pub. I'd like to see some smiling faces there. They have entertainment. Actually, you guys should get out about town, huh? It's beautiful this time of day and things you can see and do. Responsible for the development of the city of St. John over the past centuries. One of them is Mr. Moosehead himself, Mr. Rowland. He's in there and he's got a bottle of beer in his hand. I'll show you that one when we leave. And we're going to let you out for about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, so you can get a little walkabout and get some good pictures.
I'm thinking this continued up this direction.
No,
this is the river here. Okay. Exactly why.
Now have a look at the river. It's right down.
All right, guys, a little bonus here. They stopped here so we could see the river. And we're actually in slack tide, which is the moment when the river's at rest, changing directions, basically, from flowing upriver back to downriver. So
Yeah. It's decided to change direction, you know?
yeah, pretty much changing directions. Yeah, we had a couple beers, so no. Pretty cool, beautiful area, beautiful day. We're really enjoying it. But yeah, we're at, like you said, slack tide.
Yep. And you might see our ship in the background.
Yep, legends back there. But what'd they say? 160,000 or billion?
Oh, okay, 160 billion
tons of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some verbiage like that, but
yeah, but when this river changes direction, more water flows through this river in between high tide and low tide, and all the other rivers in the world combined. I mean, it's just hard to wrap your head around that, but it's crazy. Yeah.
Beaver.
All right, guys, we don't have a lot of time here. I wish we could explore a little more, but next time we come back we'll have to do something different. But yeah, beautiful area.
Yes.
The reversing falls here, and yeah, this little park is really nice, and I don't know, we're really enjoying the day.
Beautiful, beautiful day.
Yeah. All right, back on the bus, back to the terminal, and we'll go walk around town a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe do a little shopping.
Maybe.
And I think we're gonna head to I think it's Big Tide Brewing. Get some lunch, get some poutine, because when you're in Canada you have to have poutine. It's just how it is.
You have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Aquila Tours, myself and Break Surfer Kids Gordon, we'd like to thank you very much for being on our tour today. And I know you're going to have an excellent day from now on. Get out and see our beautiful city. Remember, no hurricanes, no tornadoes, no floods, and most of all, no crime.
Oh my God. Okay. My day was just mad.
Great dog. All right, guys, this is something new here. Last time we were here, it was all like a tent city with vendors, but they've actually now taken old shipping containers and made little shops out of them. Really cool concept. This is pretty neat. Come to Canada, you gotta check out the maple stuff.
Big one or little one?
What is taffy on snow?
Taffy on snow is maple syrup.
Okay.
Pure maple syrup that's been cooked to the taffy stage and then poured over a bed of snow. And it sets it up.
We could do 2 for $5.
I think we should try 2 then, yes. Okay. Alright. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Well,
All right.
it's one in Canada.
Right.
Right, taffy on snow.
Taffy on snow. Basically maple syrup taffy.
Yep.
It's melting. That was cold.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
that's very good. I'm a true Canadian now.
Okay.
Eh?
Just enjoying the day, guys. We're by that market square, and you can see with my crazy hair, see the ship behind us. So we're just gonna take a gander at the shops here, and then probably get some protein.
Yeah.
Feel for the day, or the remainder of the day, I should say. But yeah, let's go check out the market square. Well, apparently Picaroons are still a thing in Canada. You don't see that much in the US anymore.
Alright guys, sad to see this place closed. When we were here back in 2016, there was a cute little general store there. And a bunch of statues and stuff out front here. But I'm sure from the pandemic it's gone, so hopefully next time. But they're fighting crime here in St. John. That is so cool.
Can I do it?
What?
Punch bug.
That's nice.
I had to, but that is really cute. And then this is actually a St. John Police Museum.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty neat.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're gonna check it out today, but
Yeah.
maybe next time.
Yeah. Oh darn, that means we need to do this cruise
We need
again.
to come back, right?
I guess we're following the bubbles. All right, this is where we're heading, to Picaroons.
Yep, another brewery. We're walking by here, walking by Picaroons. We were here a few years ago, and figured we'd stop in and get a flight. We'll try it out. We'll show you what we have, guys.
All right. I'll mark them down. This is Man's Best Friend, which is a porter. This is the, I can't remember the exact name, but it was a lager. Yep, it was a pineapple cider. And the X is actually a sour.
Cool. Ciders and sours, my thing. So let's give these a shot.
All right. Next up, we just came from Picaroons over there. Now we're going to Big Tide Brewing Company. This is where we're going to get our poutine and have a couple more beers. Why not? Hello. Good. All right.
You got a blue? Oh, okay.
So we're starting over here. We have the blonde, and we have the blueberry, the blackberry sour, the peach bellini, the amber anniversary, and ending with the bitter there. So I'll leave you the list so you can follow along. Alright, we got an order of wings, and we do have poutine on the way. Because, yes, we need to eat some food. Alright, like I said, we got the wings, but now we have poutine. Because cheese gravy on fries is awesome.
And you can't come to Canada without having poutine.
That's right. Alright, let's dig in.
Alright guys, one last Canadian treat before we get back on the ship.
Yes.
You can't come to Canada without a beaver tail.
Absolutely.
We didn't do crazy, we just went cinnamon and sugar, but we're going to enjoy it and head back for the ship. So check getting on board, guys.
Guys, we're back on the ship. It's just an absolutely gorgeous afternoon. Just laying here in Serenity. Just for us, feels so comfortable. It's lower 70s and the sun's out and it's just really feels good. But they just pulled the lines and we're about ready to set sail from St. John, and just gonna wait for that horn, if I get my finger right, to blow. So we're gonna be leaving shortly, and let's get sail away.
Alright guys, it's now 10 after 5. We were supposed to leave at 4, but we're delayed here a little bit. Brandy's just getting ready for dinner, so I just figured I'd come outside and walk around a little. But I guess there's some type of technical issue when they went to leave. They're saying with the engines, so I don't know if it's one of the azipods or whatever. But so we're about an hour and 15 minutes late, but no big deal. I'm sure they'll get it straightened out and we'll get underway here soon. But we'll let you know what happens. But now we got to start thinking about dinner, because it is almost dinner time.
Alright guys, I got the chocolate melting cake and trying something a little bit different. Instead of the whole peanut butter strategy, strawberry jelly. Because you know what? Chocolates and strawberries go good together. So we're going to try this out. Let's see. Oh yeah. Back in the room, and we got a cute bunny holding some information for tomorrow, it looks like, wearing Dave's sunglasses. It might as well talk about it. Quick review of the strawberry jam in the chocolate melting cake. It's really good, but it's so rich. I couldn't finish it, but yeah, next time I probably do the strawberry jam. Nothing against the peanut butter. I love peanut butter, but strawberry jam is more my jam.
Alright guys, dinner's over. Back to the room. We're heading to Follies Theater now. There's a the maze of the Spirit Class hallways. But we're headed to Follies Theater. There's a Viva variety show tonight. Not really sure what it is. Didn't even really look into it, but we'll find out. It starts at 7:30. It's 7:15 now, so let's go meet Rob and Favor and Michelle and Jerry and see what it's about.
Hey everybody, and thank you so much for being here. Listen, in a second you're gonna witness a show like no other. He is a world-class entertainer. He's one of Carnival's favorites. It's all about Motown. In fact, he is from Detroit, Michigan, and he's worked with a lot of names that you know and love. Without further ado, please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Ron Mitchell!
I can't help myself. I love you out of sight. So fiddly-dee, fiddly-dong. Look out, baby, 'cause here I come. It's my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl. Ooh, ooh. And you know just what to do. And I wanna tell you so much I love you.
Alright guys, just a little update on the issue. We left about 2 hours and 20 minutes late. We were supposed to leave at 4. It was about 20 after 6 when we left. Haven't heard any updates about what happened, but but we figured they must have got it fixed because we're moving, so all's good.
All's good in the world.
Good job to Captain Mark and the crew, and we're on our way, so no issues here.
More concerns.
Yeah, but alright guys. Alright guys, I think that's it for today. Yeah. The variety act was Ron Mitchell. It was like a Motown, just him singing and Motown music. So
yeah, classics.
yeah, so that was fun. And then we just spent a little time in the piano bar, just chatting with Holly and Brian. And but we're beat. It's been a long day. I think we're gonna turn in. We have a pretty long tour tomorrow in Halifax. I think our excursion's like 7 hours long. So
yeah, 7 hours. But it takes us like to Peggy's Cove and all that around the area.
The next vlog you can see all that fun.
Yeah.
You'll have to come back.
That's right. Just come back.
Yeah. But today was a fun day. So we love St. John. The brewery tour was cool, and then just a couple places we hit in the city were fun too. So great. Definitely want to do this itinerary again. So. But we're gonna head for the cabin and turn in. So check back for the next vlog. Please like, subscribe, comment. You know the routine. And reach out if you guys want to book a cruise. I mean, Brandy can help you out. We'll put the link up here on the page. But thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Good night, guys.